flag. Pledge of allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for that. We will, I believe, well, I know she sent out the minutes to everyone. If you got a chance to review it, we'd like to call for the approval of the August 23rd monthly meeting. Do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Have a motion to approve the minutes of the August 23rd monthly meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
No? The minutes have been approved. We also have to have the approval of the agenda, today's agenda. I hope everyone has that in front of you. I think I will have to make one slight amendment here. I'm gonna try to get you to the point where when making up this agenda, I didn't get the correct spelling of someone's name. Can you look down on your agenda, new business, and it's about the 6th bullet point or 7th announcement regarding Dr. Jermaine Johnson?
Oh, yeah, yeah, I noticed.
He
that.
spells his name with an E at the end.
Yes.
And I forgot to put the E on there. But I was still under doctor's care when I wrote this. But if you could make that correction. Dr. Jermaine, M-A-I-N-E, Johnson's candidacy. Would that amend, do we have a motion? Do I have a motion to approve?
I motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
Okay. We have a motion to approve today's agenda. All of those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Approval, we have the agenda being passed. Thank you very much for that. Next, we will have the treasurer's report, and Robert Wiesner, if you would.
I think everyone has a copy of that in your handout. We began September with $7,410.62. We collected $250.63. Our expenditure was $130.78, and have a cash balance as of yesterday of $7,530.47.
Thank you. We're gonna move on to new business. I wanted to share with you all, I was not missing in action. I had an event that happened to me on August 2nd. I went to bed that night, woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning with extreme pain, chills, fever, and I was diagnosed with kidney stones. But it didn't end there. The stones were so big that they rushed me to Greenville Memorial Hospital at 4 o'clock in the morning. They had to put stents in, they couldn't take them out because they discovered that I also had bacteria in my blood. And so they could not go and take the stents out, so this is gonna make a long recovery. It took 3.5 weeks before I got all of the blood out, and eventually I was able to get the stents out, get the stones out, but it took a long time to do that. And I'm glad I survived that, and I'm very joyful this morning that you all turned out for this particular meeting. I would not wish kidney stones on my worst enemy. That might be one. That was an ordeal, and my wife was a trooper. She got me to all of my doctor's appointment in Greenville, Simpsonville, Greenwood, and here locally too. So it was a trying month. The month of August was trying for the Ingram family. What I would like to do is to begin today's meeting with a discussion of something that we all felt, and we all need to talk about it. How it has been handled really troubles me. I think in many ways, when you have the government using federal power to censor speech, the only place I've seen that is when I lived in Cuba and when I was in Ukraine. You can't do that. If you move down that road, because that's the cornerstone of our democracy. Free speech, freedom of conscience, and the thing that really bothers me, everyone was supposed to praise this man, even though we know his history. He was a very controversial figure. Government cannot take away my freedom of conscience. And that's what I was very disturbed with the Trump administration with that. If you said anything negative, if you made any comment that was unacceptable in their eyes, you could feel the threat of the federal government. And even we have one politician in this county, he's gonna apply that same type of pressure. It has made for a very tumultuous time for college presidents. This is a dangerous period in American history. And I'll be honest with you, I never played the race card. I went to graduate school in Ohio State, many classes, I was the only African American in the class. And I came to PC as the first black professor they had. It was founded in 1887, and I came in 1987. It took over 100 years. But one of the things I'm disturbed about this is also somewhat of a white power movement. And we need to recognize that for what it is. And as we look at the attack on DEI and some of these other programs, DEI wasn't just set up for black students, international students, students who come to college with disabilities. You know, when I taught as a graduate student at Ohio State, I had a number of students who were blind. I had a number of students who were deaf. DEI helped those particular individuals to get acclimated to the college environment. So as we look at that, we recognize where we are in America is we are in a dangerous place in America. I have never seen anything like this before. Historians compare it to the Red Scare of the early 20th century and the second Red Scare. I say it's like the end of the Reconstruction, when we had developed all of these laws to give people an opportunity to vote and participate. And it was taken away, what was called redemption politics after 1877. So as we look at this, and the other thing that it worries me, this is the first time I felt that this country is tilted in the wrong direction because we've given so much power to billionaires and economic elites. We recognize that in this particular moment in American history, economics trump over politics. People are not having their voices heard to shape policies. It's been shaped by people who some have paid $300 million, Elon Musk. Larry Oracle out in San Francisco paid this man $100 million. He has the ear of those people, but not the ear of the American people. And that's not democracy. That's anti-democracy. And I don't know how you feel. The workers and the people from Mexico are not our enemies. College presidents are not our enemies. Why would you do something like that? And we can't sit silently by, because one of the things that I've noticed with the local reporters And ABC, NBC, CBS, I still watch them. I know, my sister, when she comes to visit, she has my TV on MSNBC all the time. I watch that too. But we don't have the national press discussing things in a way that reflect reality. And you all forget me, I get so damn tired of hearing a news report on one of the national channels, and they put in a called the happy piece.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna leave you sad, I'm gonna leave you happy. How can you say it? We all are responsible. It's our ammunition, our bombs that have been bombed in Gaza. We're gonna carry that with us, historically. This is gonna be remembered. And let's be honest with it, again, the news media does not give us adequate information. The argument that they make is that there's been 62,000 people in Gaza killed, 62,000. Somewhere around 1,300 are Israelis. European experts who do these type of studies said that we have killed over 182 to 200,000 people. Now, keep that in mind, because we knew when they went in that 60% of the people living in Gaza were children and women. Now, you just multiply 60% of 200,000, you will see how many children and women have been killed. I can't turn this off in my head. It's one of those things that really bothers me. A man-made famine in Gaza, and I don't know how many hundreds of kids die of starvation. But again, my freedom of conscience to express this is being taken away from me, just as it did was the college students. They simply said, stop the genocide. And that freedom was snapped away from them. Asking college presidents to suspend those students who I would say is going to be on the right side of history. So it takes chilling effects. And where we are now, even when we had Gavin Newsom here, I was very upset how local channels covered that event. And I wrote a letter of rebuttal to Lawrence Advertising. Needed to write one for WYFF. One of their reporters stood against the wall and watched the whole event. He knew how many people were in that church. He knew it was a large group of people, 337 altogether. But at the end of the day, his report at 6 p.m. said that there was a group of people met at the tiny church in Lawrence. And there were protesters. I think we might have had 2 or 3 protesters, but the focus of that was on the 3 to 4 protesters, and we handled that. Very little said about the 337. Why didn't you interview some of the people attending the event? It was crazy. But I recognize that there is a chilling effect even at the local level, particularly in a red state, in a red county. They don't want to lose their viewership. So they gave these reports that I just thought it was horrible. And Lawrence Advertiser came up and did the same thing. This is a tiny church. Probably a church can only hold 50 people, and it had 337. Pressure, these political pressures, they felt that you couldn't do anything that would be positive in a way that it advanced Democrats. Can't do it. So we got a long way to go. We recognize that we're in a special, when I taught at University of Havana in Cuba, my, students would whisper to me, and that's the other thing. I'm seeing a police state. I came in one day from the university and I went into my room, and my room, I always leave a neat room. My wife taught me that. But, things were in disarray, and I asked our housekeeper, what happened? And she said the police came, and they wanted to see some identification materials from me. I had my passport with me, but there were other documents in one of the drawers. I kept it. And they just came in and did what they wanted to do, and simply told the housekeeper I needed to report to a particular facility. And they were concerned about my documents. In America, you can't do that. In a police state, you can't. You can enter someone, you cannot enter what the Constitution calls your kingdom without some type of warrant. You just can't pull people, and we've been seeing that. People don't have due process, pulling people out of their houses. And they wanted to go into the schools.
Yes.
We haven't seen this type of behavior in an advanced country in a long time. So we have a great responsibility. And I think we need to be very serious about this. I think we have a ways to go. Some of the polls are indicated that the Democrats are much more motivated this time to vote than the Republicans. I hope those polls hold, that we continue to have this energy, that we need to know that we need to replace this man or turn this elephant around, because we have 2 more years after 2026. So I hope we can get more people to come to these meetings. We need to have a conversation. And it's very important in that, because you can feel the effects all the way here at the local level. And I was just shocked that one of my colleagues was caught up in this in Presbyterian College. It's just a very nice article, but something that maybe riled the ants of some key Republican, and they're gonna apply this type of strategy. And the other sad thing about it, is that the threat was that we will take away the South Carolina tuition grant if you don't fire this person. The South Carolina tuition grant is a $3,500 grant for low-income students. Why in the world would you want to hurt students? It doesn't make any sense. So as we look at this, I'm going on too long. I got to get my wind back. But I want to know how you all feel. That's my state of mind at this moment. Yeah.
Well, one good thing that I saw, this week was that a South Dakota, I believe it was, professor that was fired due to comments on Charlie Kirk was, reinstated. But I think there's some kind of, he's temporarily reinstated, and there's gonna be some kind of review or something like that. Yeah, but, I mean, that was a little bit of good news, but, not only did 3 Clemson professors get fired, but a USC Union person was fired. It's like, oh my gosh, it's 4 right around here, and then the PC person, I understand she's on sabbatical.
Yeah.
So they said she's on leave, but I think she already was on sabbatical. I don't know
Right.
exactly.
She began a sabbatical
Yeah,
at the beginning of summer ago.
yeah, awful.
Yes.
It's a little bit off topic, but I just wanted to ask everyone to please support John Ossoff in Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's our chance, that's our chance to go and gain the Senate back, more so than in South Carolina. Put the money where it'll do some good.
Yeah, thank you for that. Any other comments? Yes.
I noticed the thing where they did a poll on the recent votes in, special elections and on the ages and the age ranges and the people that were voting. And the largest amount of voters were between 18 and like 25 or 23. So, and I noticed most of us are, kind of middle-aged people. And I think
That was nice.
All getting our senior discounts.
we're all looking good, okay? But we need to find a way to get the kids in this area, let them know that we're here for them, and because I know that they're around, because my kids are about this age. And I think we need to find a way to let them know we're here for them, and get their voices out there.
Those numbers were South Carolina or national?
National.
Chrissy, yes,
Well, speaking on the news coverage,
yes.
there was 2 hangings of 2 black men
Yeah.
in Mississippi. And it's been no coverage on the national news,
There was even more.
just in 1 month.
That one, they told the parents that he was found dead in his dorm room, and then come to find out later that he was lynched.
Yes.
That's
the one.
And they both suicidal, suicide.
Yeah, right.
It's
I don't know
actually,
how you hang yourself.
it's actually much more than that. There's at least 13 missing in the bayou.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
going backwards.
I do a lot of independent
It's a
media.
challenge. I think what we are seeing right now is un-American.
He's very unnerving.
I think like poet Langston Hughes said, let America be America again. And we hope that, the thing surprises me that Republicans always argue the argument that we should have limited government. And there's a point to be made about that. I'm trying to contemplate an article to write. I don't know if you all saw the September 17th editorial within Lawrence Advertiser. Just a wonderful piece. It made my day in a time period when I was under the weather. And I almost reached for the Jack Daniel bottle rather than my medication. But it was a wonderful piece. No government. This Lawrence Advertiser. Someone out rebutted their arguments at one time. No government should take away one's free speech, even in the period of political violence. You've got to have people used. And I will reference that. I'll send Chrissy.
I'm listening for email.
You have a copy of that. Can we see it? Send it to the.
But the email, who's the newsletter, the article that was in the paper this week?
No, September 17th.
Which one?
It's the 17th.
I already emailed that one.
Oh, no, the one on the 17th.
They got it in the last,
They did? We might have to resend it. Don't
is that the
worry
one
about it.
that,
We can resend it.
that's the one Mr. Wentz wrote, right?
No.
No.
He's talking about a different one.
Yeah.
Is that the one I sent?
Yeah, then you sent the first.
Oh, the personal, okay.
No, no.
I'm sorry, I sent Booker all kinds of stuff.
But the September 17th one, page 6, if you get the copy of the advertiser, I don't know who wrote that, but it was a wonderful statement in defense of free speech.
Thank you, I know.
Yeah. But you can do that later, we can do that. We have any more comments?
I don't know how many people follow Robert Reich.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just recently had, I'm a regular follower of so many like that, Heather Cox Richardson and, Mark Elias and yada yada, Brian Tyler Cohen, because the media is all owned by the billionaires. And Robert just put out, the richest man on earth owns X, The second richest man on earth is about to be a major owner of TikTok. The third richest man owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. The fourth richest man owns the Washington Post. See the problem? And same with, you know, Disney, ABC, they're all owned by the billionaires who, they just want their big tax cuts and they're to stay rich and powerful. So they're not gonna let the stories get out. It's all just a bunch of big cover-ups and it's hard to fight that kind of money. So you almost have to go to independent, to like Substack and independent media to really get accurate news anymore.
Okay, thank you for that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is Dr. Jermaine Johnson the only Democrat running for governor right now?
Well, we had someone out of Charleston. Mullins was his last name? But, he was sketchy.
Yeah, he was all over the place.
Yeah,
He was all
Not-
over the place. He was-
yeah. Someone told me his family was a great family. They were dedicated Democrats. But I think he might have loved the bar a little too much and maybe have done some other things. The police arrested him.
Well, okay, I was just wondering, cause I hadn't seen anything about this.
It's not coming out.
Oh, it hasn't come out yet. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Mary,
Okay.
Mary, he was working, trying to get enough money to see if his campaign would be viable.
Okay,
You know,
gotcha.
and undoubtedly, he must have reached that threshold.
Good.
He did mention that convention though.
Michelle, did I see your hand earlier?
I just want to comment from the legal perspective. Obviously, there's been pushback for a lot of things that the administration and other politicians have done from a legal perspective, but there's been attorneys that lost their jobs.
Oh, yeah.
Also because of comments with Charlie Kirk, so it's almost like there's an attempt to take out the people who could push that legally within the system. And so that's a concern. I'm on the diversity committee for the South Carolina Bar, and we've been having to have meetings, because we have to change our name. We can't even be called the diversity committee anymore. And because it was never called the DEI committee, we couldn't just drop diversity and call it equity and inclusion. So we've been having meetings. We normally meet maybe once a month. We've been having like 4 and 5 meetings in a month to figure out what we do. We can't even be the diversity committee anymore. And these are the lawyers of the state of South Carolina that are doing this. So it's like, if we take out the people who are working to help everybody, we go back to what the legal system used to be, where it's already not diverse. I mean, 4% of attorneys are black, and those were the statistics when I went to law school in 2009. Like, we've made no progress, so what diversity are you scared of? So I just think from a legal perspective, it's really crazy. I know we talk about education, we talk about college, but one of the teachers at my high school that I attended in Greenville got fired because of his comments.
Oh, well, they've been going after public school teachers too.
Oh,
You
yeah.
didn't mention that.
He was a social studies teacher. Fired.
Wow.
Well, I mean, it was so disgusting that Vance got up there and said, if somebody says something, go tell their employer, have them fire them.
Yeah.
I mean, that means you can't even say anything in the workplace. I probably would have gotten fired if I was still working.
Wow.
I don't even say anything at a salon, and I'm my own business owner.
Yeah,
So not only free speech is being taken away, but freedom of conscience.
that's right.
Yes.
You can't even express your ideals and opinions. So anyway, we'll work on that and,
I love what Crockett has been saying out of Texas. Crockett.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
She's great.
Jasmine.
Jasmine?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
I've been reposting her. Every single day I post, I put on my story at least 7 or so, every single day. And I've been putting Jasmine out there every day, like, and, Melanie Stansberry.
Yeah, that's great.
There are a lot of the Democrats fighting for us, and as far as the lawyer goes, that's why I follow Mark Elias. He's won more lawsuits against the administration than anybody else. So he has, something called Democracy Docket. And if you join them, there's a whole bunch of lawyers that are banding together.
And they're doing that in South Carolina too. They're trying to get more people to push back to represent people pro bono who have lost their jobs, both in South Carolina and nationally, but some attorneys then shared the post to try to find more attorneys, and then they lost their jobs. So it's been-
Wow.
It's been really crazy. Cause I'm in a group on Facebook, it's just women, all races, in South Carolina, and so it's been primarily the women that have been losing their jobs.
Oh, yeah, cause we're nothing.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, I work for the state and, we received several emails and, there was a whole policy that we better be really careful what we put on social media, cause we could be fired. And also, they said, do not, you know how you can put your workplace on there? They said, be very careful, you might wanna take your workplace off of your social media, so, people don't know where you work. I'm like scared now to post anything. I used to be very vocal on social media.
That's what they want, they want you to be scared, so you back down and you don't fight back.
And that's true, I couldn't have done it when I was teaching.
Yeah,
Because as a teacher.
that's right.
Yeah.
Teachers are targeted a lot. Yeah.
But,
One of the things
Yeah.
that's concerned me is like with Facebook or any social media, if I were to post or if I were to put anything out there, the only people that would see it are people that already agree with me.
oh,
And there's almost a lack of avenues
Oh, no,
to,
that's not true.
express your
I
views.
get a lot
spread
of
any type of
haters.
word in any area that doesn't already agree with you. And like you said, if you did spread the word, someone that didn't agree with you, you'd probably end up in El Salvador, so.
I think you got me right.
They're friends.
But again, this is, we're living in a period where we're gonna be challenged, democratic norms are being violated.
Yeah, because
And, the one last thing I'll say about this, I can't believe the speed at which this is taking place.
Yes.
It's just, unbelievable, the speed by which this is taking place. All right, the, letter writing committee will assist in coming up with a statement. And I kinda like, if you can, when you all get that September 17th, page 6 editorial on Lawrence Advertising, let me know what you're thinking. I might piggyback on what some of the things they have to say. The other thing that we want to talk about, we are having a table, or a table at Squilling on the Square this year. And, Chrissy and her husband, Daniel, have done a lot of work, to, prepare us for this particular event. And I'll let Chrissy, can you?
I like that. That's nice.
So this year, we noticed that, they were letting other organizations, participate in Square on the Square, before they weren't allowing certain organizations to participate in Squealing. So Dana went and asked, the organizer says, yes, you can participate, so Daniel and I started to organize. We already have a flyer, a banner, so we went ahead and ordered, we got the approval through Booker to order pencils. So we purchased 5,000 pencils, but it was cheaper to buy it that way. We also set up this, email, or this Google form. We need volunteers, we have to be there Friday and Saturday. It can't be just Saturday. So we need people to sign up and help sit at the table. You can do 2-hour shifts, but we don't want any more than 4-hour shifts. We, notified voter registration office. They're gonna give us voter registration information. We've contacted the state board, I feel like I'm at middle school. We notified the state to see if they would send us paperwork or information. Haven't got any information yet. We are developing, well, we already got it together, I just gotta print it out, activity sheets, cause you have to have an activity. So we decided to make a form with presidents and word searches that have to do with, political ideology things and colors and things like that nature. And we ordered the pencils to go along with that, and we got games, cause Dana buys all kinds of cool games, so I got every game we possibly think of. I think that is it.
Is there any way you can get my name on that list without using the QR code?
Yeah, I can put you on the list. Or you can, I'll just text you and, I'll send you the times and you just tell me, I'll have to put you on
Anyone else?
Thank you.
Interested in
the.
volunteering?
David.
David wins.
So you're the letter writer.
Yes, we.
You see who that is? That was great. That made my day when I saw that in the paper. I was like, that's great.
Yeah,
Christie, did you get mine?
Alma?
You got my name?
Anytime, Alma, or you wanna do Friday or Saturday?
I can do both days anytime.
I can do Friday.
Okay, I'll email you guys.
We'll do 2 hours on Friday.
And we'll send 2 hours on Friday. And we'll have everything set up for you.
Put me and my daughter down, like we can do like later in the day.
Later Friday or Saturday?
It could be Friday or Saturday, like, after like 1 or whatever.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, we did have to pay $100 there, by the way, just to let you know.
all right, well, Linda, were you volunteering as well, or?
Yes,
I'm sorry, Linda.
but just put me down for, like, whenever you have an empty slot. In other words, I can take,
There's a slot, you'll fill it.
yeah.
Ditto, PM.
PM, that's better too.
Well, Friday it is only, I think it's from noon to 9, noon to 8.
Whenever the bands are playing. That's when I want. I'd be tempted to get up there and line dance though.
So, David, the Sherrills, Miss Mortensen, the Hamiltons, it's Miranda, right?
Yeah, Miranda, it's either Matt or Glenn, I don't know what she has down there.
And,
And then I have Gabrielle Saluco, the huge name.
yeah, Gabrielle, I always write ABC.
Yeah, that works. It took me 10 years to learn how to spell it, so.
Miss Linda and Christine Jones. Anybody else?
Time is a song Saturday morning.
8 o'clock. I will let you know. Okay, write it down.
Saturday morning.
Now, is it gonna be part of the No Kings Pro? Because the
No.
No Kings Pro, it's not
No,
a
it's
part
still on
of
the
it.
square, John, no.
So, cause I do that too, so I wonder if we could.
You can just get with me later.
Yeah.
Okay.
That posts a lot of pictures.
All right, well, we'll move on to the next item on the agenda. Jim, we have updates on the writing committee and the candidate selection committee. Jim Ryan is not here with us today, he's the chair of that committee. Is there anyone else here that serves on that? Did you all have a meeting date?
We met the end of August,
Okay.
for an hour here. We didn't really get too much accomplished, but we did not meet in September.
Oh, okay. Did you all set another meeting date? Yeah.
I have information, he sent me.
I was wondering about that. How do they communicate when you have a meeting, someone that community?
Well, he has your names and he's supposed to send out, an announcement when you all meet. That's what we do with the letter writing committee.
So we haven't met with that one.
It usually comes from the Democratic Party, he sends it to me and I send it to him.
Okay, there is an update on the, writing committee. We have sent 2 letters to the media regarding some of our concerns. And I'm very pleased with where we are with that. David Rentz, recently sent in this week's, paper, an article on immigration. And it's a well-developed article. I would encourage you all to read it. David, would you mind sharing a point or two about what the letter states, or are you uncomfortable with that, or?
Oh, I'm okay. It was,
He's among friends.
You wanna come?
you know, I was inspired to this because a woman that I talked to, who I know is pretty heavy MAGA, we started talking about immigration and the nasty stuff that's going on, and she said to me, well, I thought he was just eliminating people, immigrants who were illegally receiving benefits, Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, etc. And I said, yeah, but that's really not true. We talked for 5 minutes, and she was obviously tired of hearing me go on about it. But that's what inspired the whole idea. And so I started to look into the specifics, the details, and there's a lot of information out there, and there's a lot of numbers out there, and I tried to use the numbers that matched everybody's numbers, who's receiving, who's not receiving, the dollars that were spent, and et cetera, et cetera. And as it turns out, the amount of money paid to immigrants for Medicaid, that's the only help they get, is the emergency plan from Medicaid. The amount of money spent for those people, for that program, was less than 1% of the federal Medicaid budget. And I just think people needed to know that, this is not helping their cause about Medicaid. It's just an excuse. And the fact is that when the government, when the big beautiful bill says we're going to eliminate immigrants from Medicaid, what they're actually doing is they don't give any money to the immigrants, the federal government. The federal government subsidizes a little bit of what the states are responsible 100% for Medicaid. And so if the states don't agree to discontinue any support for immigrants, the federal government will punish them and eliminate most of their funding. Well, that funding that they're eliminating doesn't just go to the emergency services for immigrants, it goes for the whole Medicaid program. So that's how, if I understand correctly, that's how the Medicaid program is gonna diminish, just because of these penalties the federal government will put on the state governments.
And that's wonderful. We need to think about that, because Medicaid is gonna come up a great deal with this spending bill, and once they begin to implement, they've already decided. I see some southern governors are keen on how people use, what is it, EBT card? They're gonna tell you what you can buy.
What you can eat.
What you can eat. I mean, I heard the governor speaking on that. He seemed very pleased to say that you can't have this, you can't have that. I don't know where we're gonna end up on that with people, but it's always the vulnerable people they choose to pick on. And that's another characteristic of being un-American, anti-democratic.
And not only do they not get hardly any benefits, but they have to pay into the system. And then,
And they have to
yeah,
pay
they have to
taxes.
pay into the system, plus they're doing all the jobs that nobody else wants to do. I mean,
Okay, we'll move on. I know it's getting to be that 11 o'clock hour. Discussion on the emergency preparation, preparedness meeting.
Ms.
Oh.
Sanders organized it, so.
Oh, okay, very good. I'm gonna let you have
Thank you, thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We did have a very, just a strong, helpful meeting the other night, and including in the emergency preparedness, we also got to hear from our new planning and zoning person, Jocelyn Patterson, very bright and dedicated young lady. Please do take the time to say hello to her and welcome her to Lawrence, coming from the Low Country. And we got a chance to hear how to register comments, complaints, concerns to the city. There's 3 different places on the website that you can go to. If you go to Lawrence County,
The city of Lawrence.
The city.
SC.org.
Say it again.
The city of Lawrence, SC.org.
Very good. So, wanted to mention that, but concerning emergency preparedness, Sunny Letta, who is the director, I've got a Vanna in the room, I didn't know I was gonna have a Vanna. Sunny Letta basically said, think about it. We were slammed a year ago yesterday, right? I was one of those that was totally caught off guard. It was not on my radar. Lost 6 trees and all kinds of craziness that I had never encountered before. So he just really emphasized, stop and think, what did we learn from that disaster last year? Be prepared the next time. Have an emergency bag together this time. Don't put extra medicine in there, clothes, on and on and on. There's this really wonderful pamphlet that he was passing out to us, and I did grab, thankfully I grabbed a handful of those that I'm going to leave here. So make sure that you grab one if you want one, and that just simply tells you how to gather up and what to gather up in a safe, secure place so that you can be prepared to be on your own. The pamphlet says on your own for about 2 weeks and prepared to survive.
This is also to get out of the country.
Well,
Everything in there is to get out of the country.
didn't see that part really. And I had hoped to get my hands on more of these pamphlets. I went by there yesterday, but Sonny and Miss Bagwell, his assistant, they were at a meeting. They were at a meeting here about the latest storms that are in the area. But if you want to write down on your paper here that you have in front of you now, write down SCEM, like a Mary, D, David.org, and it gives you all the information that is found here in this pamphlet. I do still plan to connect with Sonny to get more copies of these, so I'll have some available. But if you want to go by there yourself, because I also found some other things when I was there yesterday, like preparing makes sense for people with disabilities and special needs, and educate 911, how to use 911, talking to our young people. These nice stickers that you can put on things that are poisonous in your house to start teaching your kids what's good and what's bad. Homeland Security, and this really nice, in an emergency, 911. My name is, my address, I need help because, my neighbor's telephone number, again, so that your children are prepared in some emergencies.
There's trouble.
Oh, good, good. So bottom line is up, and then you can register to get notified through your cell phone.
Install, big program, install.
Yes, so Chrissy will leave hers on the table so that you can use your phone and get connected.
It's an awesome program.
Yes, it is. And so if ever you've been around someone just before an emergency and all of a sudden you hear this blaring beep, that's because they've connected themselves to this program.
Not only does emergencies, but if let's say this container goes to missing in Lawrence County, it will let you know that there's somebody missing in Lawrence County. At 2:00 in the morning, but it still works.
Yeah. Yes. So, the location where you can go and get these supplies yourself is the old library. But do call before you go, just like I said yesterday when I got there, neither Sonny nor Miss Bagwell were there, so I couldn't unfortunately get my hands on anything. But, thank God we have 2 people in our county who have thought through some really good things to keep us safe. And we've got a way to get our families prepared for anything that comes up the next time. Thank you.
When you
Yes.
say the old library, is that the old library in Clinton?
No, here in
It's where
Lawrence.
the 911 center is.
It's your whole life.
I'm sorry.
Did you tell them about this, that email address back there?
I did.
It's like you're coming down from Mr. Lawrence, the
Yeah.
back way, right there's that stop sign right across the street, right there's above, down below the splash pad.
And y'all do know that the governor has declared a state of emergency for South Carolina.
We did learn that a lot of people don't know what the difference between a watch and a warning is. Mr. Letta explained that a watch is like it's on the watch is on your wrist, you're just watching it. A warning is like his mom yelled at him and gave him a warning, like, you better stop it, pay attention. So that's how you tell the difference between a watch and a warning. So when that warning comes, be alert. And water. If you see water and you can't see it, go around it. Don't ever go through it. So.
Okay, we'll move on to the next item on the agenda, the announcement regarding Dr. Jermaine Johnson's candidacy for governor of South Carolina. And I received a call maybe 3 weeks ago from his campaign staff, and they shared that information with me. And I think they've also shared that with Daniel, who's very active in both buildings. I'm trying to think, at some point, if his candidacy, and he's beyond exploring, I guess he's raised enough money to be officially in the race, I wouldn't mind inviting him here at some point. You all can catch him on YouTube.
I'll send it out.
Chris will send it out. Andrew Yang, who ran for president, he has it on podcast. And I was surprised one day I looked at it and there he had Jermaine Johnson speaking with him. But Christian will send all of you all that email link where you can see him and hear him talk. We can do that. The other thing that we're going to do is there a discussion about the No Kings protest Saturday?
It's not mine, it's Kelly's. Anybody who's attending it,
I go all the time to them.
can you explain it to us?
Well, the last number of ones that I've been to were at Unity Park in Greenville. And, one was 5,000 people, came with it. And I take pictures of everybody's poster and then I post them later. But basically, they've just been lots of people gathering with posters. There's some speakers. They sing, they dance. Usually people are there for a couple of hours, and it's all to, make a point. And that does get on the news, but not from here. It's the big ones that get the news, like in Chicago and LA and all that. But, the first one that I went to at Unity Park, with the 5,000 people there, that did like, make me feel pretty, like, dang, 5,000 people in Greenville, that's not bad. So,
This one's October the 18th at, Columbia.
Columbia was loaded last week.
then it went from Greenville to Pendleton, and there, like, Unity Park was awesome, all these people gathering in the park. In Pendleton, it's just people lining the streets. And as people drive by, you're like, and some people will give you the finger, and some people will cheer you and honk horns,
So
so.
it's at the State House?
So, yeah, the one on, the Nunkins two in Columbia, is October 18th, they do have a bus going. I think you can probably still get a ticket, it's $34 for a ticket. And it's from the protest itself is 1 to 3. We do know that there is also, we're not advertising it as much, but there is one in Spartanburg, the corner of North Main and Church, I think it is, and that's from 11 to 1. Gina and I are going to that one because Columbia's crazy, there's a lot going on in Columbia.
Can I find that one on Mobilize too?
Yeah, you should be able to find it on Mobilize or on, with the Spartanburg Dems, and Catherine Harvey, I think,
Okay.
will be one of the people organizing that one.
I think the one in Greenville's from 2 to 4.
There is another, there's a Greenville Mirror one, again, they're not advertising these smaller ones, because they really want a huge crowd in Columbia. So there is a Greenville Mirror one, they're calling it the Mirror, in Graham, what do they call it, Graham? It's where Linda and I showed up the last time when hardly anybody showed up there, not Unity Park.
But then everybody moved to Unity after that, so
Yeah,
be
but
prepared,
it's-
they're real close to one another.
Outside of the Peace Center, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, outside the Peace Center, and that's it, I think 2 o'clock, but again, I don't expect a lot of people to show up, because again, they're really trying to get people to go to Columbia.
And just FYI, that weekend in Columbia, there's a home Carolina game with Oklahoma. And there's also the state fair. Just, yeah, my daughter is getting married that weekend in Columbia, and there's like everything. And then when I saw this protest, I was like, oh great, there's like another thing in Columbia, so.
Okay, we'll move on to the last, but I have a short other item that I want to present. This last thing, Daniel was gonna discuss this about the medical affairs subcommittee.
That was another Kelly thing about sending a letter to, about the abortion bill. That's the absolute. Yeah,
I
this is,
don't believe they can hear you in the back.
this is the absolute abortion bill.
Yeah.
They want, Kelly, it came up on a Facebook post about sending a, if you get to sending by the 29th, a letter to, the subcommittee in reference to I think it's, if I remember, the ban on the weeks.
It's also a ban on birth control too.
No, it's a ban on everything.
On everything.
Everybody associated with an abortion is
Yeah.
likely to be arrested.
So, it's
El Salvador.
it's a Facebook post, just go to the link here, or it's also on our Facebook post, a Facebook page that you can go to the link, and it'll tell you who you need to see the email to.
Where does that stand right now? Does anybody know?
The subcommittee is meeting October
Senate
1st.
or House?
The
Senate.
Medical Affairs Subcommittee is
But
meeting
hasn't it
on
already
October
passed?
1st.
One chamber?
No,
Oh,
no,
it hasn't?
no.
Oh.
That's why they're
I hope
having,
it's
a
not
lot of
that
people
bad.
are heading down there on the
Yeah.
1st.
Oh, I thought
That
they
is
did
very
that
novel.
too. I thought they already had it
Senate
scheduled, we were down to
on that
Columbia,
video.
down to.
Right, on October 1st.
Oh, okay.
There's also, next week, there's a lot of information also on the League of Women Voters site about this abortion ban. It really is a total ban, and it criminalizes anybody that even
Yeah.
helps somebody to, access abortion.
They really love these babies until they're born.
Right,
You know, they let them
Is
start.
Mr. Burton, Booker has a question, is Mr. Burton on that board?
Hannah Burton?
Isn't he the main person?
He's the
Yeah.
chair,
He's the
but
chair.
this is, I think, a subcommittee,
This is the
and
subcommittee.
his name isn't listed there, cause
Right.
I was wondering the same thing.
Right.
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
It'll be the worst thing that can happen to South Carolina women, like, ever. This is,
Turns you back 50 years.
oh, more.
or more,
On some contraceptives.
yeah.
But you're only a bystander when you go down there to observe it,
Correct.
right? You
Yeah.
can't say anything,
Correct.
you can't
Right.
influence, there's no influence.
There is some public, public testimony, but the deadline for submitting that is long past. They're just trying to get a lot of people there on October first, but you can still call the members of the subcommittee, make your calls, say you're against this.
Thank you for sharing that. There's one thing that was not placed on the agenda I want to share with you. Alan Moore over in Greenwood County, he's the chair of Greenwood County Democratic Party. That party has always been very active. They're gonna have a chairs meeting for those people who want the candidate selection committee here. I would encourage you all to sign up for that. I would, Rob and some of the other leadership team members, I might have to get their approval, but I would like to use some funds from our treasurer to pay for this. They're charging $25. They will serve a meal during all of this discussion. It's a discussion on how do we better go to about our business, identifying people to run for public office where Republicans are not being challenged. So it's gonna be a great deal of campaign information being shared at this meeting. And I'm grateful for the Greenwood Democratic Party putting this together, but it is on October 25th, the date I think of our next meeting. Yeah, it's on the 25th. Oh, you mean, is our meeting on the 25th? But the dinner and the discussion is on October 25th. And it's gonna take place at Montague's Restaurant in Greenwood. Anyone been there before?
Yeah, Montague's is very nice.
Yeah. And it will give us enough time. I'm planning to go, Jim Bryan is planning to go. The event began at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So even so, if you all do we have anyone who might be on the campaign election selection committee? Would you be interested in going to?
I would love to go.
Oh, okay.
So who's going?
Laura? Anyone else interested?
I might be interested.
Okay. Eric Furman. And Linda.
We got 3 spots thrown.
Oh, okay, give it to her then, because I don't know if I'll be able to go.
Let me double check this email, Barbara.
I'm sorry?
Let me double check the email. They're only allowing 3.
Just because of my 95-year-old mom.
Did they change?
A rat up or something. She won't vote for you.
That's one.
No. Elementary.
It's gonna be a good, no?
Chicagoan stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna appreciate.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So, well,
I'm gonna call her. Sure.
that's what I was,
Famous.
Okay, so we will have,
So, Booker, Elma, Laura, Mary, Reza, you.
yeah, Yeah, I need to just write them and let them know that we will have more than 2 people.
Is that?
Mary, you planning on 10?
So, Elma, Laura, Mary, Linda, Booker, and Jim. Anybody else?
Okay, very good, well done. I feel good about that, because when I submitted my response, I only identified 3 people, but I see where they were taking people later. And Charity Brown of the Herman County Democratic Party, they are bringing 10 people for that event, so. We passing the hat.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, can you give us an update on the status of the website?
The TikTok account is made. If you would like to follow it, you can come to me at the end of the meeting and I'll help you follow it on the TikTok account. We just need to generate, content in order to post it. So, that's just the next step. But other than that, we're ready to go.
How about the, website?
The website, you've never sent me the email with what you wanted on the website.
Okay.
So, I haven't moved forward with that.
So we have the capacity to be on TikTok.
We are on TikTok.
We are on.
I have already been reposting things, but I have a few things that I could put together to make content and post on it. But it would be nice if someone else was involved in it, just to see if they agree with the content, so that way I'm not the only one in charge of it, so that way it could be more of a group effort.
What happens on TikTok?
Somebody got a head.
One of those, oh, no.
It's the same thing as
Got rid of the.
They gotta control what's on Well, you see it on TV a lot.
I don't wanna knock it over. I gotta pull it out.
Be strategic. Be strategic.
All righty. I see we well past the 11 o'clock hour. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
We got a motion to adjourn, we got a second, all in favor, say aye. I'll see you all on October 1st.
Can I have that?
I'm
They're the back, this lady has.
There's only one.
Oh, okay, I don't know where it's
You guys can help me change chairs around, I appreciate it.
Oh, okay.
More work.
Move my,
How you doing, girl?
I'm doing good.
Oh, no, she just got out of the hospital.
Yeah. She had a structure. Yeah, she's doing much better now. She's home and, yeah, she's doing good. Where's your brother? I don't know. No, he got some other stuff.
So if he could talk to people.
I like that hat.
He's working. He's fine. He's fine.